Thank you for coming to the Alamo. My name is Becky Denon with the Texas General Land Office, the Director of the Alamo. And as you know, the Management Committee has been hard at work every week since the fall to begin discussion about how we select those people who will be working with the community, working with the city and the state on our master plan. So today we have a very special announcement about that. With us we have Gene Powell, who is one of the members of our endowment board. He is also the chairman for the management committee. And then immediately following Gene is City Councilman Roberto Trevino, who is also on the management committee. So I'm going to let them break the great news for you.
Thank you, Becky. This is a great and wonderful day at the Alamo. It's also a great and wonderful day for partnership and cooperative efforts between the state of Texas, the city of San Antonio, and the private sector represented by the Alamo Endowment. We began an ambitious effort in October of last year when we came together and formed a cooperative agreement with the city of San Antonio and the General Land Office of the state of Texas. And in that cooperative agreement, we agreed that there would be 2 representatives from the city of San Antonio. That turned out to be City Manager Cheryl Scully and City Councilman District 1 Roberto Trevino. 2 members from the General Land Office. That turned out to be Deputy Commissioner Ann Itzel and Alamo Preservationist Kim Barker. And for the Alamo Endowment, the 2 members were Ramona Bass from Fort Worth and myself. We would not be here today, and the committee would not have had the work to do if we had not had the great help of the Texas legislature and our delegation. Some of the delegation is here today, and we want to thank them for the hard work they did in getting the initial seed money of about $31 million to get this project started. Senator Menendez and Representative Bernal, thank you very, very much for your dedication to this effort. I also want to thank Land Commissioner George P. Bush and his staff and the staff of the GLO, Mayor Ivy Taylor, Councilman Trevino, City Manager Scully, and the entire city staff at San Antonio for the great work that they've done in getting us to this point in this endeavor. It is really remarkable that we have a city, a state, and a private nonprofit sector all willing to work side by side and together in a cooperative effort to make this come true. For over 75 years, these various groups have made valiant efforts. Judge Wolf, when he was mayor, made a great effort. Other mayors have made great efforts to figure out how we re-image and represent the cradle of Texas liberty. Those were great, well-intentioned efforts. They never went anywhere. And the reason they never went anywhere is we could never get the 3 groups on the same page, and we did not have a funding source. So thanks to the vision of the leaders at San Antonio, the vision of the leaders at the state and the private sector, we have that group together today. And thanks to the city for their financial contribution and to the state for their financial contribution, we have the seed money to start this planning effort. We committed to you last fall when I spoke to the city council that we would have no small thoughts and make no small plans. We have remained consistent in that commitment through the 4 months. We started with 250 firms qualified from around the world. We made the statement that we did not think talent had geographic limits, so we looked all over the world for the best people to do the planning at the Alamo. We cut that list to 19. We then cut that list to 9 and then to 6. And about 10 days ago, we spent 2 hours with each of these firms that were the finalists. Today, we're ready to tell you that selected as the lead of the Alamo master planning process will be Preservation Design Partnership of Philadelphia. George Skarmeas and Dominique Hawkins. lead that firm. You will be able to look them up online, but to tell you briefly, their experience includes restoration, a 14-year restoration of the Supreme Court of the United States, a full restoration and a visitor addition to the Virginia State House, which was designed by Thomas Jefferson, a redesign and representation of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, and about 40 other sites. They not only have historic preservation design credentials, they also have World Heritage Design credentials. George has served on several of the worldwide committees on World Heritage sites and brings to us that wealth of knowledge. We have also have another exciting thing to tell you. Of the 6 committees, PDU will work in association with Grupo de Diseño from Mexico City, known as GDU, and also with Fisher Heck Architects from San Antonio. Both of those firms provide a unique perspective on the local scene. GDU is currently working on the San Pedro Creek project for the city and for the county. Fisher Heck did the double height courtroom at the Bexar County Courthouse and a number of other historic sites in San Antonio. So we will be using their expertise, and they will be working in association with PDP Partners of Philadelphia. This is the dream team that we originally intended and that we originally talked about. Now, as we go forward, George was here yesterday for our committee meeting and for our board meeting of the Alamo Endowment. He will be back on Tuesday of next week. We will be meeting with Fisher Heck, with GDU, with the committee, and we will begin the process of the plan. So we're letting no grass grow under our feet. And interestingly enough, George and Dominique have committed to reversing their commute. They will live primarily in San Antonio for the next year or two, and they will commute back to their offices in Philadelphia. We think that's a tremendous advantage. Dominique's expertise is in community relations and community relations preservation, design, and restoration. She will be working with the stakeholders around the community, and we intend to engage all the stakeholders again. They've done a great job helping us. We have followed their guidelines as we've gone forward. The advisory committees that were formed will be visited with. The Conservation Society will be visited with. Interested citizens will be visited with. Downtown merchants will be visited with. The legislature will be visited with. We want, and George and Dominique want, this to be our project, the state of Texas, the city of San Antonio's project. And the only way to do that is to include all of us and all of our representative groups in that endeavor. And they will see to it that everyone's input is heard. And in the end, we will come together with a plan that makes us all proud and will go on for the next 100 years to present this spot, this sacred ground, in a way that tells the story, tells the history, embraces the people of Texas, but also honors the people who died here, and goes back to 1724 when this site was originally built and honors those people and those Spanish fathers who came here representing the country of Spain and representing the Catholic Church, and had indigenous peoples working in these compounds, living, dying, and being buried here. That is also part of the story. Part of the story is our World Heritage Site and all 5 of our missions. All of that will be included as we take in the information that we need to go forward with this plan. Our timeline says we'll be 60% done by the fall of this year. That is enough information to give to the city for their bond issue and enough information to give to the legislature for them to start planning on, we hope, some future funding. And we plan to be done with the master plan by the spring of next year and ready to start letting contracts. So now I will turn this over to Councilman District 1, Roberto Trevino, who is a member of the committee and has done outstanding work on behalf of the city of San Antonio and all the citizens of Texas in moving this process along. Roberto?
Thank you, Gene. And I think you said it best. Really, this has been a collaborative effort. I want to thank you most of all for being a great leader on this as our chair on this group. There was a lot of work that we put together here, and want everybody to know that there was a thoughtful approach in all of this. It was very comprehensive. We met regularly, and as you said, there's no small thoughts in this entire endeavor. So thank you, Gene, for your leadership. What great project! What a great project to focus this kind of attention, this kind of effort on. I want to thank the other Alamo Management team members, Ramona Bass from the Alamo Endowment. I also want to thank Ann Itzel and Kim Barker of the General Land Office for their hard work, and of course Cheryl Scully, who helped me represent the city of San Antonio on this Alamo Management team. I also want to mention that our Commissioner, General Land Commissioner George P. Bush, was very, very much engaged in this. In fact, traveled with us on a couple sites to go look at some potential ideas of how we approach this project. And I'm very grateful to have spent some time with him to share in this collection of information. I'm also grateful to our mayor, Ivy Taylor, who has really embraced this potential effort here that we have before us today. What I think is really important is that we're at the beginning of a great effort, and I think we're off to a great start. As Gene has outlined, there's some amazing things to be done. I think we have a great team, a great master plan team in PDP. They have promised to be very engaged with our city. This is something that I've expressed is very, very important to this project. The city of San Antonio is expressly interested in this project and how it develops, how it connects to the city, how it tells a comprehensive history. We're glad that they're teaming up with GDU and Fisher Heck locally. We feel like Gene has said, this is a dream team. They're going to do great work, and we look forward to an incredible process. I think everybody will be very proud of what we have here today. So thank you again, and thank you to everyone associated. Also, I would like to thank Lori Houston and Colleen Swain and Becky Denon of the Alamo for all their hard work. So a lot of people behind the scenes, so many things going on, but thank you again.
Anybody have any questions? Or we can take one-on-ones? That's what we thought. Thank you.